Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and first of all, I want to thank you for being here. Today, we are talking about what's next for Nintendo after that Indie World Showcase, right? We all know there are empty months in the year. For example, July, August, September, October, and November. And guess what? Those months will not stay empty. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. When is Nintendo planning on doing their next presentation, and what will we see in it? Let's go ahead and get started. Before, if you are new here, check this clip out. If not, use the timestamps below to skip straight to the main topic. Before we get into this video, I would love to ask for your subscription, but not just ask, I will put in the work for you, because here we have Monday to Friday news every single day, Odyssey News, where we talk about everything inside the world of Nintendo. We have products and we have reviews. And other than that, in the personal side, I am a big advocate for disabilities because I myself am legally blind. My daughter has autism, so I am a big advocate for disabilities and people with autism as well. So if this sounds like a place you would love to subscribe to, I would love for you to be part of the family. Hit that subscribe button and that bell for notification and join our amazing family here at the Odyssey. Thank you in advance for your subscription, and let's get into the news. Just a quick reminder, we will be live here tonight in this channel for the Nintopic podcast, going over topics like the Nintendo Direct, Nintendo's future, Switch 2, and more. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn that bell notification so you don't miss the live event here at 8:30 p.m. for our Nintopic podcast. See you there. It is no secret that all Nintendo fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting for what Nintendo has to say, since they have not said one thing about their first-party games. Well, to this point, we are now in April, the 4th month of the year, and it's been now the longest period of time where Nintendo has not spoken about one of their first-party games when it comes to games they have not announced, right? There are still 5 months in a year that Nintendo needs to fill in order to, kind of complete the year, and we have yet to hear anything from them yet. So far, we've had the partner showcase in February. That was pretty okay, right? Then 2 days ago, we had the Indie World Showcase, which was above average, by the way. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Now, before I get too deep into this video, I really want to take the time and thank all of you. I mean, every one of you in this comment down below, because if you have not known yet, there has been this wave of negativity in the Nintendo community, and I really have not seen it in the comments below. You guys have been so amazing and so positive about everything, right? I really, really want to take that opportunity and thank you for leaving your amazing comments down below and making sure that those comments are not spreading hate or even have anything. You guys are optimistic, and I really love that about this community. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that before I get into the video. All right, so about the Nintendo Direct, how do we know that the next presentation will be a Nintendo Direct? Well, Nintendo normally has 3 types of presentation, right? They have the Indie World Showcase, which we just witnessed about 2 days ago. In February, we had a partner presentation, right? A partner direct. That partner direct is geared towards more bigger, better AAA companies, right? And the Indie Showcase is open to everyone else, right? So those are the 2 types of presentations out of the 3 that we normally have. The third is a Nintendo Direct / Nintendo Direct Mini. And so because we've already had these other 2, then the one that's left is the Nintendo Direct. Now with that, Nintendo still has about 5 more months of emptiness, okay? And so this is the second half of the year, starting in July. And so we have 2 major things that could be happening here, all right? I'm going to say 2 major things, and these are basically my speculation / theory, okay? So take this as speculation / theory. This is a discussion video, and I really want to hear about you. I want to hear what you think could happen in the second half of the year as well. But I have 2 theories, 2 roads to go down, all right? I'm going to start with the Nintendo Direct route. All right, the first one is the Nintendo Direct. I believe Nintendo could issue a Nintendo Direct very soon. I would say within the months of May, right, or June. And, well, in this Nintendo Direct, Nintendo will go ahead and announce the rest of the calendar year. This is where they're going to talk about what games are coming, one of them being Metroid Prime 4, right? 2 and 3 also kind of shadow drop. They could also announce a Zelda game, right? We know that there's a Zelda remake out there. We know there's also that new Leaf Animal Crossing port. We know that Xenoblade Chronicles X on Nintendo Wii U could be ported as well, just like Mario Galaxy 2. Those are all games that are out there in the atmosphere, in the rumorville, and either of these games could be ported to Nintendo Switch and complete 2024 for Nintendo, just kind of opening up the way for next year's Nintendo Switch 2 reveal or release, right? That's the first route. I went through that first route really quickly because I know that you guys have heard this over and over again, and I don't want to really waste too much of your time. I'm taking you down now through route number 2. Route number 2 tells us that this year is a year of a kind. This is one of a kind year in the life of the Nintendo Switch. We have never been in a year like this before. Nintendo has always been good about announcing the year, right? So in a September Direct, Nintendo announces the first half of the next year. And in the February Direct, Nintendo announces the second half of the current year. So by February this year, we should have known about the games coming out in the second half of this year, but we don't know that. Now Nintendo has been completely silent for the first time ever, and instead of getting a February Direct announcing the second half of this year, they have not issued anything at all, leaving it completely empty. And that leads me to believe route 2 that Switch 2 is all but confirmed for this year. Nintendo has never left an entire half of the year completely empty. They have never left like the space completely empty. And so this could lead to a Switch 2 reveal and announcement this very same year. That the reason why we are not getting a Nintendo Direct is because Nintendo has nothing else to offer on Nintendo Switch. That every game they've had in their calendar or in their portfolio for Nintendo Switch, they've announced, and that Luigi's Mansion, that port, is the end of it. That Princess Peach Showtime was the very last brand new game on Nintendo Switch. And of course we're having the Paper Mario 1000 Year remake or port. We have Luigi's Mansion, the port as well, and so that is it. That's basically it for Nintendo Switch. Now it's time for Nintendo Switch 2, and Nintendo will take the summer to literally just bombard us with a promotional period for the Switch 2. Now, this does not mean that the Switch 2 will be out this year. This means that the Switch 2 could be out in February, but that Nintendo is planning on giving us a reveal presentation in June, then another one around September, and then in February launching the Switch 2, but still within this fiscal year. Right now we are in a fiscal year, right, that began in April and ends in March of next year, this very same fiscal year. So if there were some type of delay behind the scenes of the plans for release period, Nintendo didn't really delay it that much forward. They kept it within the same fiscal year, right? Let's say that the Switch should have been out, Switch 2 should have been out in February. You know what? Let's go ahead and push it back 4 months. That puts it in February and still within the same exact fiscal year. Therefore, giving the shareholders what they want in the fiscal year that they want. Now, if this is the case, let me remind you all, there is a meeting taking place on May 6th for shareholders. If this is the case, then Nintendo will for sure give us the code name for Switch 2 during the fiscal meeting on May 6th. Yes, only a couple of weeks away. We can confirm whether Switch 2 is coming out this fiscal year or not, because Nintendo has always given out the code name in the fiscal year before they announce to their shareholders, just because they are obligated to present the future to them. They can't lie to their shareholders. they need to be transparent to a point. And so the most they can do is say, yes, we are working on an next-gen console, code name such and such. And that will be the very first confirmation from Nintendo themselves that the console exists, right? And so, I mean, either way, guys, we have an exciting year ahead of us, right? Either we go the Nintendo Direct route and we get all those amazing games and ports that we want, right? Or we end up going the Switch 2 route and we get an extra 6 or 5 months of just presentation after presentation, hyping us more and more, giving us behind the scenes gameplay of what the games that are coming, what the system is about, and then a final release in, let's say, January or February of next year. Those are my two routes, my friends. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I want to know which route seems more plausible to you, which route seems more exciting to you. I know that if Nintendo does go that Switch 2 route, of course there will be a drop in price for the Switch because they need to sell consoles this year. I heard that from a friend that there's a possibility they can issue a Nintendo 64 Mini just to kind of, just kind of boost the sales a little bit. But those are the only two possibilities I see happening in the second half of the year. And now I want to know what you guys think. I really want to hear what your opinions are and what routes you think Nintendo might take in the second half of the year. This is going to be a great discussion, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in your minds about what Nintendo is going to do. All right, my friends, that is going to do it. I'll see you tonight for the Nintopic podcast live here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Set your reminders because we're going to have a great discussion tonight just about this. And if you want to talk to me directly and me answer your question on air or anybody else on the cast, you can do it live here tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the Nintopic podcast live. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before I let you go, never give up and journey on. Peace.